Boom, 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 boom. This is Jared, and I'm back. Man, I'm so excited, you guys. Oh, man. Listen, all right, this is going to be a ride, but y'all can't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Please share. All right, I need your help sharing. All right, where's that photo? All right, let's make some noise in here. All right, please comment. Let's get this place rocking. All right, we've got a great show. All right, man, I'm excited for my co-host tonight. She's been a co-host before, and I wanted her to rock it with me again tonight because she brings it. All right, she's got a ton of knowledge, positivity, and man, I'm going to introduce her. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do her justice. So I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. But man, here we go. Elizabeth Sterling is going to be my co-host. That's right. I'm bringing her on. Here's a very special co-host. Welcome. Boom. Give her some welcome. Boom, boom, boom. What is up, Elizabeth? What is going on?
Hi, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good,
Man,
good. I
it's
love
going to be awesome.
I love the new intro. I haven't seen that. I've been involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen from my personal Facebook,
I have.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So I've been kind of like absent here lately, but I'm here.
No, thanks for
I
coming
still keep
on.
up. I
Yeah.
still keep up. Yeah,
Yeah, thank
absolutely.
you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for
You're
having me.
welcome. Yeah, so the video intro of one of them was the first time I've introduced it tonight is the one with the warriors in it, the Roman soldiers.
Uh huh.
I made that myself and I played it tonight for the first time. So anybody
Awesome.
who yeah, so anybody who liked that video intro, it was supposed to be like a cinematic sort of feel. If you like that, please comment down below if you like it. All right, hit me up. All
It just
right.
kind of hit me by surprise. I was like,
Yeah,
"Woo!
brand
Jared's getting
new.
fancy."
Yeah. So let the kidney warriors who don't already know you or follow you, please
Okay.
introduce yourself. Let them know, how you're introduced to kidney disease, and give us a little idea of what you've been doing lately.
Well, I'm in stage 3B, polycystic kidney disease. Was diagnosed at the age of 21. I'm now 43. So I've managed to, at this point, stay off of dialysis and not evaluated for transplant yet. I've been on a medicine called GenRQ for the last 5 years. Was in trials for 3 of those 5, and then it went commercial. So it slowed down the progression of my disease quite a bit. I follow up with Vanderbilt in about 2 weeks. Quarantine has been quite interesting. I've been in the ER 4 or 5 times with kidney stones and UTIs. So, and I have to get some new scans done tomorrow. I'm actually getting a new MRI tomorrow of my abdominal area. So,
Oh,
um,
wow.
yeah, but I mean, it's, take everything day at a time. Some of us can only take it a minute at a time, an hour at a time.
Right,
So,
right.
in my position, I feel fortunate to a degree, although it does suck at times. But we're here fighting kidney disease together,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of if we suffer from CSF, PKD, diabetic
Right.
induced kidney disease, whatever.
Lupus,
We're in the
whatever.
kidney
Right.
fight together. We're in this fight together. So we're a community. So I'm part of that community. So if anybody needs to reach out, hit my inbox up.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. All right, man. And I gotta say, I love the color of the hair. I love that.
Thank you. I got a little bored. I
Yeah.
got a little
No,
bored with my
I like
natural
it.
hair. My
I
natural
love
hair
it.
was a little crazy, so I've got crazy during quarantine. A lot of us have.
No, I like it. I do. I like it a lot. So I'm going to be putting down the information for for the person whom we're spotlighting tonight. I've got her transplant hospital information down below.
Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, so her transplant hospital is at Penn State, so Penn Transplant or University of Penn. And we've got the living kidney donor transplant team phone number right there. So let's introduce our very special guest tonight. And so let's bring her on. Everybody give her a very warm Warriors Quest welcome when she comes on. And let's please share this. Don't be stingy. All right, please share this. Let's share this to Facebook groups. Share this to your own feed. And let's get this rocking so that we can reach as many people as possible tonight for our special guest. So I'm going to introduce her. We're going to be, as you already may know, we're going to be introducing Ellyne Dombro. And Ellyne, if I'm not mistaken, is from New Jersey. So I'm going to bring her on, everybody. All right. So here we go with the very special guest intro. That's right. Boom! Boom! Ellyne, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, Ellen.
Wow. What a wonderful opening you have.
Thanks.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I'm going to rearrange you guys like musical chairs here. Wait a second,
Okay.
all right? All right, there we go. So we're going to put Ellyne
Yay.
right in the middle. All right,
Takes me back to kindergarten.
That's right. Because you're taking center stage tonight, Ellyne. We're spotlighting you.
Thank you, Jared.
You're welcome. So, man, I've got some comments here. I'm going to share some while we're talking, but thanks for watching, Uncle Jim. Man, I appreciate you sharing. Thanks for sharing, Uncle Jim.
Ellen, Jim Myers is a really good contact too.
Absolutely.
He does a lot of good stuff for the kidney community. He's also a PKD patient.
Yes, he is. Yes.
So you can give me his information at the end of the broadcast.
Yeah.
Sure.
Great.
So any PKD disease patients or PKD kidney warriors in the house, please comment. All right, because we want Ellyne to feel support. We want her to feel encouraged tonight. So please comment if you also have PKD. I know Lisa Baxter does. We talked about that offline a moment ago. We've got Steve Belcher watching. He's under the Urban Health Outreach Media login information. Thanks for watching, Steve.
Hey,
Watching
Steve.
and driving.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. So, Ellyne, while I'm putting these comments up, please, I'm going to put you solo and I'm going to have you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. So one of the common things we like to do is just kind of tell us how you were introduced to, the kidney disease.
Sure.
And when you first found out and, and kind of talk to us about how long this has been happening, and we can kind of go from there. We'll just have a conversation. It'll be real casual, and we'll get your story told. All right?
Absolutely. So, hello to everybody out there. I'm Ellyne Dombro. I had been diagnosed about almost 27 years ago when I was pregnant with my son, Scott. I had a normal ultrasound when I was pregnant with him, and the technician happened to notice that you had mentioned to me that you have several cysts on and around your kidneys. Now, I had no idea. So after he was born, I went to a geneticist and a nephrologist I was told to go see. Now, when I was pregnant with my daughter, Amy, I had a normal ultrasound, and the technician at that time didn't really see anything. So you raise your family. You don't really worry about these things. Was told, so I would see the nephrologist, would go to him once a year for blood pressure checks, go over just to kind of give me an intro of what kidney disease. At that time, I had no idea really what it was about. He didn't really emphasize down the road, by the way, in the year 2000 and blank, you're going to need a kidney transplant. It wasn't presented like that. So through the years, he would check the numbers, not really my symptoms. So in about so to bring you up to current, in about 2015, I decided, something in my mind said to go for a second opinion. So I decided to go to Penn, and the doctor I saw, I was just still a little nervous. I went with my husband, Roy, and we kind of got two different opinions, because the first doctor was saying, you're getting close to having a catheter placed because you're getting close to having to start with dialysis. But I had about a window of about 6 months to start with this new doctor. So I decided to switch to Penn, because when they mention the word dialysis and you don't know what they're talking about, and I spent 2 hours with a dialysis nurse going over the notes, I had to find a location of where I was going to do my treatments. The location where I started in Cherry Hill was not warm and fuzzy, so I had to go beyond. So when I went at Penn, I wanted to go on a tour. I wanted to see where I was going to be spending so much of my time once I would start. Okay. And I ended up switching to them, and I haven't looked back. And I would recommend them to anybody. They're just great.
All right. So generally PKD is like, many people have it like in different generations. Do you have anybody else in your family?
In my family, I did become like an investigator once I found out what I had. So my grandparents did not pass away from it, and my parents, one of them had the mutation and passed it on to either myself, and I have 3 brothers. So I think one of my middle brother, he may need a kidney one day. So basically, I wasn't sure. Like when I became this investigator, I couldn't find it anywhere in my family. Wow. I tried to go back as far as I could, but it didn't give me any information. So I feel that the mutation that was passed on from one of my parents went to the siblings, and that's how I interpreted it. Okay. So, and the geneticist kind of agreed in the beginning as well. It could be that way. It didn't mean that my parents had to have it. It could have skipped them. So like you said, Elizabeth, you may have had it in your family, but it's a very different, I can't find anyone in my family who has any kidney issues. So.
Did they label it as autosomal recessive or autosomal dominant?
That's a great question.
I think it was recessive.
Okay,
I think so.
I'm autosomal dominant. So that's where the family history comes into play when autosomal dominant, and recessive is more of a mutative kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what I agree. I think so.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah. So like the form of PKD that I have is slower progressing, so slower progressive than what she has. Okay. But not in all cases though. I mean, everybody's different. Okay. Everybody's different. But autosomal dominant does tend to be a slower growth than recessive.
Right. So with PKD, when you're on dialysis, when you get to that point, your creatinine serum is elevated to a certain number, and your GFR is depleted. That means no kidney function or very little kidney function. So as the creatinine was elevated, the GFR would go down, and then if you don't do dialysis, you're not going to live. Basically, that's pretty much the answer.
It is, yeah. Right.
But when they
basically
explain it,
hospice.
it's kind of confusing. It's very overwhelming because you have to make a decision as to
Right.
what type of dialysis you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So,
when you talk about the way they explain it and the way they communicate it to you, you had said something that Steve had a question about. So you had mentioned
sure.
that when they were talking to you, I suppose it was the people at the clinic, and you didn't get a warm fuzzy. He's just asking what you meant by that.
Okay. So in the Cherry Hill location, when I had to make these decisions, and it was just overwhelming to me, when I went to stop in, so to speak, and meet the nurse and their team, I wasn't greeted with this, well, you don't really need to stop by until you start dialysis. And I felt yes. And the social worker was very rude because she was saying, oh, you can stop by anytime and say hello to me. I want to meet everybody. I don't need to just see you per se. And I kind of got a feeling that, and the hours for dialysis were only the morning. And at that time, I didn't know my work schedule, and the afternoon would have been better for me.
Wow.
So all these things were early on, and you have to make these decisions. And I was fighting through tears at this point because you don't know. You just don't know. But when they gave me this tour and explained things, I felt like I was at home.
Okay. So you were little more
more
you were a little bit more,
comfortable.
a little more assured that,
Yes.
Exactly. that it's
right.
not a death sentence. That there are things that you can do. Yeah.
It feels that because you don't know you're looking at these rooms, but you don't really know what dialysis is at this point. I wasn't even trained on the machine or even manual. I just heard the word.
Right. So Lisa's asking if you've ever been afraid to maybe pass this on to your child.
Yes, my daughter has PKD, and I already have her in the system with my nephrologist. So it's early stages. She just has to be careful of her her salt, and her blood pressures have to be checked, and just make sure she drinks a lot of water. And I just want her to stay as healthy as possible so she doesn't have to go through what I'm going through.
All right.
Yeah, I passed it on to my son as well. He's 21, and he's still in stage 1. So
yeah, I didn't have my son tested yet. I'm just not. I don't think I have to at this point. I may later on, but I think he may be okay. I'm not sure, but he just. I don't know
if he's still watching, but it looks like he was watching. So thanks for watching,
there he is.
Scott.
Go, Mom.
Yeah. Scott, and Amy there.
Yeah, Amy. Well, thanks for watching, Scott and Amy. We've got some people cheering for you tonight. It's awesome. I love support that way. So this is really nice.
Grateful. So grateful to you, Jared, and Elizabeth and your team, Jared. It just means so much to me. What a wonderful thing you can do for people like us.
Yeah, they do. They do an amazing job for kidney patients.
Hello, Angelo. He was amazing too.
He was. I wanted to bring up his comment. Yeah, he is. And I wanted to bring up his comment because Angelo, Ellen actually said how she was inspired by your comments and your feedback from last week's episode.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So thanks for watching, Angelo. And he's even saying, go Ellen. So thank you. Thanks, Angelo.
Thank you, Angelo.
Yeah, this is awesome. So I want to ask you something. So Ellen, when you felt a little bit like the direction that Penn State, that when they were giving you more information and you said you felt more comfortable, was it necessarily the whole environment?
Yes.
Or what was it? Maybe the doctors? Tell us a little bit about what made you feel more comfortable.
Okay. So when I went into their sort of like their reception area, and they kind of showed me around. The nurse that kind of took me under her wing, Margaret, she kind of trained me from day one. But it wasn't just her. It was the others that would come in and take over if she had to step away. But the training process is so it's like opening a book, an algebra book, and having to learn it all over again,
Oh, no.
learn something new, because the machine is foreign. You don't know what you're looking at until it becomes familiar. But just, I think just the tour itself and the kindness of their team, their staff, getting to know them after a period of time, asking questions when you're not sure what you're going to expect.
Yeah.
And I was so overwhelmed and so nervous in the beginning because I didn't know. I didn't even really